My parents always told me I didn't need to worry about college. I remember the first time they said it. I was probably 8 or 9 years old. We were sitting at the dinner table, and I had just learned from school how expensive college was. I asked my mom if we were going to be okay. She laughed. Not in a mean way, just like I had asked the dumbest question ever. She said, "We already started a fund for you. By the time you're 18, you won't have to stress." And from that moment on, I believed them completely. Anytime money came up, they reassured me. Just focus on your grades. That's your job. We'll handle the rest. So I did exactly that. In middle school, my friends would talk about their parents stressing over tuition. Some of them were already talking about scholarships. I never felt that pressure. I thought I was lucky. I thought my future was locked in. When high school started, things got more serious. Teachers constantly talked about FAFSA, student loans, debt. Be prepared, they said. I remember asking my dad if I should get a part-time job. Not for spending money, but to start saving for college. He looked at me and said, "If you want extra cash, sure. But you don't need to worry about tuition. We've been planning for that for years." So I didn't push it. I focused on school instead. I joined clubs. I kept my grades steady. I stayed out of trouble. I was the easy kid. The responsible one, the one who didn't cause problems. Meanwhile, my younger sibling needed more attention. They struggled more in school. They were emotional. They needed extra support. My parents were always helping them with something. Tutoring, activities, programs. I never thought twice about it. I figured my time would come when college started. Senior year finally arrived. Acceptance letters started coming in. When I opened the one from the school I really wanted, I felt proud. Relieved. Like everything was lining up exactly how it was supposed to. I thought the hardest part was getting accepted. I had no idea the real shock was waiting for me at that kitchen table conversation. That night, I brought the acceptance letter to the dinner table. I was smiling. Actually smiling. I slid it across to my mom like I was handing her a trophy. She read it. My dad read it. And for some reason, they didn't look excited. They looked nervous. I thought maybe it was just the tuition number. So I said, "It's okay. You guys said we've been planning for this." That's when my mom sighed. Not a happy sigh. A heavy one. She folded the letter and said, "We need to talk." My stomach dropped immediately. My dad cleared his throat. And he said, "About the college fund." That's when everything slowed down. I remember staring at the table, at the little scratches in the wood, trying to process what he was about to say. He told me the money wasn't there anymore. At first, I didn't even understand what that meant. Not there. How? Did it lose value? Did the market crash? He shook his head. No. We had to use it. I felt my face get hot. Use it? For what? They looked at each other. And that's when my mom said it. "We needed it for your sibling." And suddenly all those tutoring sessions, all those programs, all those extra expenses made sense. They hadn't just been helping them. They had been using my college fund to do it. I asked how much was left. My dad didn't answer right away. That's when I knew. It wasn't just less. It was gone. Every dollar. Gone. And the worst part? They said it like I was supposed to understand. Like I was supposed to just accept it. But what my dad said next, that's what really broke me. After that night, I stopped arguing. Stopped expecting anything. Stopped explaining myself. I focused on one thing. Getting out. I worked. Took loans. Stacked scholarships. Graduated. Got a job in another state. And I left. Not dramatically. Not with a speech. Just left. For years I barely called. Barely visited. Not out of anger. Out of clarity. Because I finally understood something. They didn't invest in my future. So I wasn't going to invest in theirs. Then a few years later, my sibling wanted to go to college too. And suddenly my parents were stressed. Talking about loans. Talking about how expensive everything was. Talking about how they weren't prepared. That's when they called me. Asked if I could help. Said, "We did so much for you." I didn't argue. I didn't bring up the fund. I didn't remind them what happened. I just said one sentence. "I'm sure they'll figure it out." The same words they gave me. And then I hung up.